Welcome to the show. I am just delighted to have Dr. Michael Foley here. He's a longtime friend, and he's just got such a unique story in what he loves to research and write books about. And you see some of them on the table in front of us. But Dr. Foley is a theologian, a professor at Baylor University, and author of several fascinating books that bring faith and life into conversation in a very unexpected way. So, welcome to the show. It's been a while.
It has been. Thanks for having me on, Ann. It's good to see you again.
You too. I mean, we first started doing these little interviews when I was still at Channel 25, and you wrote the very first Drinking with the Saints
Yeah,
book. You even brought cocktail mix, and
that's
did I
right.
actually take a sip of an alcoholic beverage on the air? I
I
might have.
I don't remember if you were allowed to.
I don't think I was.
Yeah.
But I think I took a sip after we went to break, but
Yeah, exactly.
I did taste. I did taste. Anyway, it's just so much fun to see over the years. Drinking with the Saints has just taken off.
Yeah.
But first, explain to them the genesis of that. How did you come up with the idea of basically a recipe book
Yeah, no, that's
for
right.
cocktails?
So the first book came out, it's hard to believe, 10 years ago.
Yeah. Okay,
And
there you go. That's how
Drinking with
long
the
ago.
Saints, The Sinner's Guide to a Holy Happy Hour. And I give you beer, wine, and cocktail suggestions for the feast days of the church calendar. So everyone knows about, Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, but there are a lot of other saints' days, and then there are the great holidays like Christmas and Easter and Pentecost. So I give you alcoholic beverages for those occasions.
And the reason is that it's a celebration too
Absolutely.
of
Absolutely.
the particular saint of the occasion. But maybe some of these saints, so they met an unpleasant end. I mean,
Yes.
many of them did.
Oh, yeah. But to die a martyr is a glorious thing. And so
Yeah.
we celebrate their courage and witness,
Hmm.
and we can celebrate that with something in our glass.
Well, okay. So, drinking with the saints. I mean, we did several different little episodes about that, and then you've had subsequent books. I know you have a Christmas
That is correct.
that's
So
just kind of focused on
that's right.
the
Drinking with Saint Nick gives you cocktail suggestions for every day of the Advent and Christmas
which
seasons.
is a long in the Catholic calendar. It's kind of a
Sure,
long period of time.
it is. Yeah. So in Drinking with the Saints, it was already over 400 pages, and I couldn't have something for every day.
Yeah.
But I wanted to zone in on the Christmas season to provide more holiday suggestions. So that's the idea of the second book.
And then you have another book
Another,
there.
Drinking with Your Patron Saints. So this
Okay.
doesn't follow the church here, but patron saints are saints who you go to, like there's a patron saint for your job. There's a patron saint of journalism.
Oh, really? Who is that?
That is Saint Francis de Sales,
Okay.
because he was an excellent communicator.
I have heard that. I've heard
Um,
of that saint. Yeah.
there's a patron saint of television.
Mm-hmm.
That was Saint Catherine of Siena,
Mm-hmm.
who was a medieval saint, and she was sick and she couldn't go to Mass, and she begged God, please let me see Mass.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically put Mass on a blank wall. And so that, in a sense, was the first television broadcast
Oh.
supernaturally.
Yeah, no kidding.
So stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you can, patron saints are saints who have your back in a particular job or cause or region. And
Mm-hmm.
so this gives you an opportunity to toast to their memory.
Mm-hmm. Saint Monica is the
Hmm.
patron saint of alcoholics.
She
And
is.
so that sort of maybe was that the idea behind your latest tome?
Sort of.
Sort of.
There are actually several patron saints of alcoholism.
Oh, okay.
And Monica is one because she had a slight drinking problem. She's the mother of St. Augustine.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, okay.
she had a slight drinking problem as youth. And then
Mhm.
she never actually became a teetotaler. She just became very, what's the word I'm looking for? Scrupulous
Mhm.
about being moderate. Um,
Right.
But you asked about the genesis of my latest book, which is a mocktail book, Abstaining with the Saints, No and Low Alcoholic Beverages for Sober Souls. And it actually came
Or your
at
Baptist friends.
exactly. Between you and me, they never minded the earlier books.
I know that is true. But
But
this is awesome. I
yeah,
mean, it's just a perfect, evolution
yeah,
of your series.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it was at the suggestion of a friend who said, "Hey, what about those of us who are on the wagon or taking the pledge?"
Mm-hmm.
And this happened several years ago, and I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. And then the COVID lockdowns happened,
Yeah.
and alcohol consumption went up 35%, and alcohol related deaths went up 25%.
Oh, Mike.
And in the aftermath of that, there was this resurgence of interest in what is called being soberish. So being sober means like completely
But you're
abstaining.
off, yeah.
Yeah, being a teetotaler.
Yeah.
Soberish means simply that you want to dial it back. You want to drink less, you want to wake up with more energy, but you don't necessarily want to forswear alcohol entirely.
Mm-hmm.
So there was already kind of a movement for this before COVID, but then
Mm-hmm.
after the lockdowns, it really took off. And a number of the companies that I consulted for ingredients, a number of them were founded in the aftermath of the lockdowns.
So recent.
Yeah,
Really.
like 2022, 2023. Like I just had to stop drinking as much. I was just drinking too much during the lockdowns, they would tell me, but I didn't want to stop the social aspects of the
Mm-hmm.
happy hour, the ritual of the cocktail. So I came up with this non-alcoholic spirit. That was the story of several of the
Yeah.
manufacturers that I spoke to.
Uh-huh. Okay, so and I was reading a little bit about that um they're not less expensive than the real stuff.
Yeah, that was one of the shockers because you
Yeah.
think, like in the old
I mean,
days,
so a bottle of,
yeah,
Balcones is it's not cheap.
yeah. And, in the old days when you ordered a Shirley Temple, it
Yeah.
was just a
Oh,
Coke
it was
with
like a
Brent.
Coke with
Yeah.
some flavoring in it.
So it seems a little unfair that you don't get the same bang for your buck, needless to say. But a number of these beverages are truly distilled, which means it has to go through the same rigorous process as the distillation of a hard liquor. It just doesn't have the hard liquor. But the process and the aging and the ingredients and the care and the science, it's still there.
I don't get how do they do that though? It takes the
Yeah.
alcohol out. I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
like I think it's magic to have decaffeinated coffee. I mean, I don't know
That's
how they
right.
do that too, but
Yeah. And I'm a humanities professor, as you know, not a science guy, but I will say that the beer and the spirits, the non-alcoholic spirits, can be done well because you can ferment and distill a non-alcoholic beverage.
mhm.
Again, I don't know the science behind it. Non-alcoholic wines are a tougher nut to crack because with wine, you first have to produce a product with alcohol and then you denature it and then you
Right.
remove the alcohol.
Yeah.
And there are some good non-alcoholic wines out there. I did sample them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's much harder to produce a good non-alcoholic wine
Mm.
because frankly, you always have to do violence to the product.
Yeah.
You have to remove the alcohol after it's there,
Mm-hmm.
whereas you don't do that with beer, non-alcoholic beer
You make it that way from the get-go.
from the get-go. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. And of course, the cocktails, the recipes have other things in it. So you're just kind of getting the flavor
That's right.
of whatever the spirit was that was in it.
That's exactly right. So I am taking advantage of this latest development of this soberish movement. Now we have things called Sober October, Dry January.
Oh, I know. I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's becoming a big deal. But on the other hand, I also take advantage of age-old non-alcoholic beverages. For example, just the other day was November 2nd, or I guess it was a while ago, the Day of the Dead, and which is a very big holiday in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And there is, I'm going to mispronounce it, and your guests will, or your listeners will correct me, chaparrado. Or atole. It's a hot corn-based beverage. as old as the Aztecs themselves.
Really?
It's a hot, non-alcoholic beverage, and it's surprisingly delicious. You think like a hot
Hot
corn
corn?
drink? Like, no, but it is actually very good. So I canvass a lot of the traditional non-alcoholic beverages as well as the newer stuff.
Hmm. And of course, what you've done in abstaining with the saints, as you did in drinking with the saints, was you take these various dates on the church calendar and what they mean. And every day of the year has got something in the Catholic Church, right?
Indeed, yes. There are over 10,000 canonized saints in the Catholic Church. Only, as needless to say, a small fraction make the 365 days of the church calendar.
Yeah.
But I do try to represent as many as possible.
Hmm. Well, need to take a break, but when we come back, I want to kind of pinpoint a few of these that you have that are just fascinating and wonderful to talk about. We will take a quick break. I want to tell you, though, since we're speaking about the holidays, save the dates, December 3rd through 7th. The Clifton Chamber of Commerce is inviting you to celebrate a Norwegian Christmas. You stay with us. We'll be right back. A big thank you to our sponsor, Fox & Co. Bakery. Check them out for delicious baked goods and your catering needs.
So it's football season, and we can create your outdoor tailgating spaces that is actually a part of your home. Bifold doors that tie in the inside and the outside, and you can gain anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 square feet living space, all while taking in the big game, poolside. Call us at Gather & Co. Kitchen and Bath, where we can create your unique tailgating space.
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB, your bank for life.
Hey Waco, meet your new favorite email. It's called the Waco Buzz, the local newsletter that skips crime and chaos and gets straight to the good stuff. New restaurants, hidden gems, weekend events, and stories that make you proud to call Waco home. It's quick, free, and written by people who love Waco as much as you do. Join thousands of neighbors who already start their mornings with the Waco Buzz at thewacobuzz.com.
But boy, it looked effortless.
Man, watch this.
Layups, floaters, threes. He was like an unsolvable equation.
I was born like this.
His resilience, his strength, his belief, adversity never stood a chance.
Know your power.
We offer fast shipping, exceptional customer support, and furniture solutions that stand up to high traffic environment. Elevate your space with BizChair's vast selection of stylish, reliable, and cost-effective furniture. Visit us today at bizchair.com to transform your business.
Experience with the Bosley MD hair regrowth kit was amazing. It was easy to use. It let me take off my hat. I could go in public and have my picture taken and feel normal again.
BosleyMD.com.
At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.
And I am back with Dr. Michael Foley. And, he's the guy that said, you know what the world needs? A theology of cocktails. So here we are. And your cocktails, I guess you've done the taste testing on everything.
It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it. And your latest book is Abstaining with the Saints, though no and low alcoholic beverages for sober souls. And this book is available where?
Everywhere. It's on Amazon. I have to check with Fabled because they usually are a great carrier of my products.
Oh yeah, they need to have you out. Okay, so here we are in November, mid-November-ish.
Yes.
today, what is our? Do we have a date today? Do we have a saint?
We do
today?
indeed. Today is the feast of an Irish saint, Saint Lawrence O'Toole,
Okay.
who died in the 1100s. He was an archbishop of Dublin, and he was the archbishop who was there when the Normans invaded Ireland. And needless to say, there were a lot of tensions in the air. And St. Lawrence O'Toole was a man who was deeply respected by both sides. Both the Irish and the Normans knew him as a man of integrity. And so he was able to be a peacemaker in a lot of ways. And so he's honored as a saint in the Catholic Church. And pairing a drink for him was easy because O'Dools is a variation of the name O'Toole.
Okay.
And the very first mass-produced non-alcoholic beer was Anheuser-Busch's O'Dools.
O'Dools.
And it's still pretty decent.
Yeah,
There are now a lot more on the market that will give O'Dools a run for its money, but it's a classic, and so you can drink it on November 14th to honor St. Lawrence O'Toole.
Well, and you included in your chapter on this that Anheuser-Busch once ran the tagline, O'Dools for every occasion.
Yeah.
And so you also include toasts. So the toast you suggest?
Yes. So this is a cheeky toast, or I should say a bad pun, but it's based on that original bad pun. It was O'Dools for every occasion.
Okay.
Spelled like an Irish name, occasion. So our toast for our saint is, may Almighty God use the intercession of the great Saint Lawrence O'Toole for every occasion where conflict abounds.
Very profound, though. I mean, that's good. There's a lot of conflict these days.
Indeed, exactly. And he was a good peacemaker, so yeah.
Yeah, may their tribe increase. We need more
Amen.
of that kind of thing. Of course, we are approaching Advent. I mean, very close. So, I mean, Christmas, there's all kinds of recipes through that season. Well, you have a whole book on it for that matter, but one that I marked was St. John's wine.
Oh, yes. That's a beautiful tradition.
Yeah, and it kind of I don't think we talked about this before. But I want you to share it again. Is this the mulled wine that is heated?
Yes.
So when it's heated, you can use regular wine for that.
That is
and
correct.
then it's okay. Then
That's
kids
correct.
can drink it.
That's
'cause
correct.
it won't- yeah.
Exactly. So in the book, it just depends, where you are in your life's journey. If you don't mind small amounts of alcohol, you can mull the wine, heat it up, and take it off the heat, and then it will retain some of the alcohol. Or you can heat it for a long time and it will evaporate all the alcohol.
It'll be gone, yeah.
Or if you want to be completely safe, you can use non-alcoholic wine and heat it up.
And heat it up,
so you
yeah.
got many different options.
Yeah.
But it is a beautiful tradition. St. John the Evangelist, who wrote the fourth gospel, his feast day is December 27th. So he falls within the Christmas holidays. And according to legend, he was the only apostle who did not die a martyr, though he is honored as one because several attempts were made on his life, and one was an enemy put poison in his wine. But St. John always blessed his food and drink before he consumed, and when he made the sign of the cross over his glass of wine, it shattered and a snake withered out, as the symbol of the poison.
Yeah.
So we drink to the love of St. John with wine on his feast day. And there's a lovely recipe for a group celebration of mulled wine. And
Yeah, this one has sugar in it, and cloves and cinnamon sticks, nutmeg, and cardamom. So I mean, it's spicy.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and all the Christmas flavors, right? All the Christmas
Yeah,
spices.
Yeah. And so it says you put all the ingredients into a saucepan with a non-alcoholic red wine, or you could use whatever. And just boil it for 5 minutes. If you boil it for 5 minutes, I think most of the alcohol is going to be gone.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Okay, but so then you tell the story about Maria von Trapp.
Yes. So her family, the von Trapps, were Austrian, and they had very robust customs. And they brought this custom to the United States, that the family gathers around the table. The father turns to the person next to him and he says, "I drink to you the love of St. John." And then you both clink, toast your glasses. And then the recipient says, "And I thank you for the love of St. John." And then she turns to the next person and says, "I drink to you the love of St. John," clink. And then it goes around the table until the smallest child then closes the circle with the father and says to the father, "I drink to you the love of St. John." And he says, "I thank you for the love of St. John." So you're passing the love of St. John around the room.
Yeah, and just bringing a focus and a light to St. John.
Yeah, exactly.
This is awesome. There were so many great things in here. There's all kinds of the Feast of the Circumcision, Mary, on January 1st.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that
Yeah.
feast.
Yeah, it's on the traditional calendar. Not all churches observe it anymore, but Jesus, according to the laws of the Mosaic Law, was
On the 8th day,
yeah,
usually.
yeah,
He was circumcised.
circumcised. Yeah, even predates the Mosaic Law. So if he was born on December 25th, he would have been circumcised on January 1st. And early Christians commemorated that because it's the first time that Christ shed blood for humanity.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so they remembered it. It was a bittersweet day because it was painful.
Oh, yeah.
And so, so I recommend a Virgin Bloody Mary for the occasion.
I was going to say, we've all heard of the Bloody Mary
Yeah.
and the Virgin Mary, but it really was tied. That drink was tied to Mary.
Well, there are
Originally
theories.
or not?
There is one theory that it was named after the Blessed Virgin Mary because one interpretation of the English cuss word bloody, they use it, as a cuss word.
Sure, yeah.
That it was a corruption of "by your lady." So it was kind of like instead of taking the Lord's name in vain, you took the Virgin Mary's name in vain. So that's one theory about the word bloody. But Bloody Mary was probably Queen Mary, who was the queen before Queen Elizabeth.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess that's what, I'd always kind of thought that. I'm going to ask you, what is zebra stripe?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Quite all right. So that's a new term, and it's a way to encourage this soberishness that you alternate between
non-alcohol,
a cocktail and a mocktail. And it's a way of slowing down the action. And so you could still have an evening of festivity without getting too inebriated. So you have a cocktail, and then the next thing you have is a mocktail, and then a cocktail. So that's what they call zebra striping.
Interesting. Now, you and your wife, Alexandra, wrote the foreword. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was on May 4th, which, again, gets us to St. Monica.
That's right. We figured patron saint of alcoholics or sober-minded people, that would be appropriate. So, yeah.
Well, sorry. You have written about feasting and fasting, two sides of Christian life. Do you find one harder to practice than the other?
Well, of course, fasting is harder to practice. On the other hand, a culture that doesn't have a tradition of fasting doesn't also have a very good tradition of feasting. And I say that's us. That's American society right now. We have maybe a culture of partying.
Yeah.
But that's not the same.
Different.
That's different. There isn't partying is fine, believe me. I was a college student too. But feasting is magical. Like feasting enriches the soul. Feasting has a sense of merriment and almost kind of a sacred joy that mere partying does not. So I'm not saying parties are bad, but a culture of feasting is definitely better than a culture of partying. But with a culture of feasting comes a culture of fasting, because you get ready for the feast. You prepare yourself for the feast, and then it's all that much sweeter.
So is there a secret to to both of them, both the feasting and the fasting?
Well, our Lord says, when you fast, be not as the hypocrites sad.
Oh.
So he doesn't say if, he says when. So he expects all Christians to continue to fast.
To fast, yeah.
But don't be all melodramatic about it the way the Pharisees are. He wants you to experience, this sounds weird, but he wants you to experience a joyful fast. Be not as the hypocrites sad. And St. Benedict, who founded monasticism in the West, in his rule, he has a prayer, Lord, teach me to love fasting. So that, and that's weird. Like my prayer is teach me to endure fasting.
Right. Get me through this to the end.
But no, let me love this. Like this is good for the soul. It's like an athlete in training, like.
It really, and that is true. That is true about that practice.
Yeah. And, working out is no one's favorite, but you kind of like it because it's making you better. And fasting is a workout for the soul.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten any fan mail or feedback from either books? Maybe from a bartender or somebody that, kind of latched on and said, oh man, this is a hit. Have you had any of that kind of?
I'm happy to say I've gotten a lot of very positive feedback. Some of it from very surprising places. I had one father, he was a father of a large family. He once went around the room, around the family table, and he asked each of his kids, what's your favorite book? And the 5-year-old replied, Drinking with the Saints. And what he meant by that was, Junior wasn't pouring himself a martini every night, but his parents would have an evening cocktail and they would read aloud the story of the saint to the whole family. And this was this kid's introduction to the lives of the saints. And I knew when I was writing this book that, they're kind of two different groups, drinkers and people who know the lives of the saints. But I expected Catholics especially to have a better familiarity with the lives of the saints. And I was surprised that a lot of these stories were new to them.
Yeah.
And so they were getting an introduction, and that's good. To know the lives of the saints is good because it gives you role models that you can emulate.
In your research about the saints, were there any big surprises to you? Somebody went, oh, I didn't know, or did you, as a good Catholic, know all this stuff already?
No, always surprises. I learned a lot about the saints in doing all the research. One thing that was kind of funny, especially with some of the early saints, they were not always ideal models of feasting because they were so strict on themselves. And I can't remember, there was a group of early Christians called the Desert Fathers. They were among the earliest monks in Christianity. And I can't remember the name of this one guy. But on a couple of occasions, he was having dinner with fellow monks. And he burst into tears, bemoaning the fact that he had to feed his animal nature when he wished he could be communing with the angels. Yeah. Needless to say, he did not get invited to many dinner parties. Bit of a party pooper.
yeah, for sure. Oh my goodness. Do you have a favorite toast from the book? I mean, you just got, you've written scores and scores of them.
Well, one of my favorite toasts is there is a patron saint of hangovers.
Oh.
Her name is Saint Bibiana. Probably she got that because Bibiana is derived from the Latin word for drinking.
Imbibing.
Imbibing, exactly. So she became the patron saint of hangovers. So my toast for her is, to Saint Bibiana, through the intercession of Saint Bibiana, may we never need the intercession of Saint Bibiana.
That works.
Yeah.
It works. Oh man, this is so much fun. I'm just delighted that you could come up and spend some time with me today because I love talking about your books and some delicious recipes in it. But I love in abstaining with the eggnog. I prefer eggnog without.
Yeah.
That kind of.
Yeah.
I just love the eggs and the vanilla and the cream and the.
Exactly.
Yeah,
no, it's great.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
So that recipe is in here as well. Abstaining with the Saints, no and low alcoholic beverages for sober souls. But it doesn't mean you can't still celebrate. You
Exactly.
know, you think abstinence seems like depriving and, keeping something away, but that's not the intent here.
Exactly. And if you do have a copy with Drinking with the Saints, you also need a copy of Abstaining with the Saints, because there will be occasions when either you or your guests, for whatever reason, don't want to drink.
You want to offer that
Yeah,
option, I think.
you have a pregnant guest,
Of
or
course.
it's Lent and you're abstaining. There's so many reasons
Mhm.
to either permanently or periodically abstain,
Yeah.
and this allows you to entertain all of your guests.
Mhm. Well, now I don't have all your books, so tell them quickly about. There are a couple that I don't have in your series.
You have
One's
all
a cookbook.
You have all the drinking books. A couple years ago, I came out with Dining with the Saints,
Yeah.
which I co-wrote with a celebrity priest chef. Father Leo Petalinghug won a cook-off against Bobby Flay.
Wow.
So he's super
He's no
super
slouch.
talented.
Yeah, wow.
He's
Yeah.
Filipino American, and he's been doing basically fusion cooking before it had a name.
Mhm.
Grew up in Baltimore, so he's got Maryland blue crabbing and a Filipino American heritage. So
Yeah.
he has just marvelous recipes. So I did the stories, and he provided the recipes, which is the perfect pairing, because
Mhm.
certainly you want an Irishman at the bar. You don't want an Irishman in the kitchen. It's not a good
They're
pairing.
not
So-
necessarily known for.
fine cuisine.
No.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So I provided the stories, he provided the recipes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. And then you have also a journal. you
I
can
do.
get.
So this came out just a couple months ago, and it's called the My Drinking and Dining with the Saints Journal. And they did a fantastic job, the publisher. It looks like a leather-bound journal,
Ooh.
like black leather. It has ribbons, and it has 150 blank pages where you fill in the date, the
Mhm.
occasion, the guests.
Your guests.
What did you serve?
Aw.
What drink did you serve? What food did you serve? What did you talk about? What memories do you have?
Uh-huh.
What would you do differently? Oh, there was
Mhm.
too much salt. I'll tweak it next time.
Mhm.
And before you know it, you fill that book out,
Mhm.
and you've got an heirloom, right?
Yeah.
And I wish so badly. So this is my new wedding gift. Anytime someone is getting married, I'm going to give the newlyweds a copy of that, because I think Alexandra and I have been married 28 years. If only we had had a book like that, to preserve some of because we've had some wonderful memories entertaining
Mhm.
people, but then you forget, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I think that's a wonderful idea. And so available on Amazon or wherever books are sold.
That is correct.
And we'll check with our good friends at Fabled Bookshop.
Indeed.
Too. Yeah. You need to have a book signing over there.
Yes,
Yeah, for
good
sure.
idea.
Abstaining with the Saints. Michael, it is such a delight. Thank you.
Thank
so
you,
much.
Ann.
Oh, well, stay with us. We want to tell you about Watusi, the Wild Watusi. It is a brand new, fabulous boutique located just down from George's. They're in Hewitt. So check out the Wild Watusi. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
Launched in 2023, ushers in a new era of sapphire ice cooling technology, offering nearly painless hair reduction in just 3 weeks. That's ulike.com. You like.
The Waco Fire Department is making plans to put the holiday fire engine back into action this year. Starting the weekend after Thanksgiving and running through the weekend before Christmas, Waco Fire is bringing holiday cheer to your neighborhood. They'll be posting the schedule on their socials, but you can also find when they'll be in your neighborhood on the City of Waco website. The City of Waco Solid Waste Services is hosting their annual scrap tire drop-off on Saturday, November 22nd from 7 a.m. to noon at 501 Schroeder Drive. Old tires are breeding grounds for mosquitoes, rodents, and other pests, so by properly disposing of your scrap tires, you're protecting your family and your neighbors from potential health hazards. All collected tires will be recycled, diverting them from landfills, so this extends the life of the landfill and reduces our environmental impact here in Waco. To participate, you must be a resident in Waco city limits with a City of Waco utility account, so bring your bill and your photo ID. I'm Elizabeth Riley with Act Locally Waco, and I will see you next time.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internix. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. That's internxt.com today. Unlock a world of convenience with Mullybox, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your taste. Mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com.
So all you have to do is tap your popple to the back of someone's phone, like that, and they instantly get your social media and contact info right on their screen. They don't need an app or a popple to receive your info. So get your popple today and start impressing everyone you meet. Make it pop.
Looking for tickets to the hottest shows, games, and events? Ticket Liquidator is your one-stop shop for great prices, no hassles, and guaranteed tickets. Whether it's sports, theater, or concert, for the best seats at the biggest events, start with Ticket Liquidator today at ticketliquidator.com. Ticket Liquidator. Welcome to Kitbag, the ultimate destination for football fans. Whether you're cheering for Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, or any other top club, for true football passion, think Kitbag. Visit kitbag.com today. That's kitbag.com. Kitbag. Since 2014, we've been creating vegan, clean, and affordable skincare with proven actives and potent botanicals designed to treat your ever-changing skin. Celebrate our first decade of transformation today at facetheory.com/US-EN. Face Theory.
Tasmanian spring water range from Sand and Sky. This range is really good for dry and dehydrated skin like myself, packed with 2 types of hyaluronic acid, fermented sea kelp to reduce redness, and my skin feels so dewy and so hydrated.
Finding a sleep sack that my baby likes has been a struggle.
The sleep sack from Joy is a major upgrade.
It is all natural eucalyptus, which is breathable and hypoallergenic.
One of the purposes of Drinking with the Saints is to promote what I call the fine art of Catholic drinking. Now that obviously involves drinking in moderation. That should be a foregone conclusion, not only because it's the morally responsible thing to do, but it is also the more festive thing to do. When you drink in moderation, you're actually able to enjoy yourself and your friends more fully. But the main idea behind thinking of drinking as an art is that it is there to promote the good things in life. First and foremost, friendship. I don't think drinking is about drinking. I think it is about friendship and fellowship. I think that certainly you can have friendship without drinking, but to be able to share a drink with a friend adds a certain element of festivity and warmth to the occasion. So drinking with a sense of fellowship, drinking with a sense of festivity, are ways of thinking of drinking as an art. To your health and holiness.
Late night buzz, late night calls, I hear you talking, but I don't feel your heart. You keep on loving, it's just what you do, and I ain't ever been good at having something to lose, and I don't wanna miss this chance. Send me down at 35, I just wanna hold your hand, like it's the last time that I might try as you could, babe. And I'll try as I might when I see your face. It's all gonna be alright. "30 damn days, 30 long nights, spinning these wheels and count the miles. I gotta get there fast, then I'll start being the man who loves you. I'm gonna show you I mean it, and I don't wanna miss this chance. Send me down at 35, I just wanna hold your hand, like it's the last time that I might try as you could, babe. And I'll try as I might when I see your face. It's all gonna be alright, won't you be alright? And I don't wanna miss this chance. Send me down at 35, I just wanna hold your hand, like it's the last time that I might try as you could, babe. And I'll try as I might when I see your face. It's all gonna be alright.
What if you could clean clean? With bio-based formulas and deep cleaning enzymes. No dyes, phthalates, or mystery ingredients. Just powerful pods for your dishes and laundry. Now you can, with drops made clean, made to clean.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
If your home's feeling a bit dated or you're dreaming of that beautiful outdoor oasis, I have got the team for you. Gather & Co., the family-owned remodeling pros right here in Greater Waco since 1998. Led by the Falconberry family, they specialize in stunning kitchen and bathroom makeovers. Think custom walk-in showers, sleek cabinetry, and aging-in-place upgrades for easy living. They also nail outdoor spaces with pergolas, patio covers, sunrooms, and screen rooms that turn your backyard into a year-round retreat. What sets them apart? Personalized designs, top-notch craftsmanship, and a hassle-free process for free in-home consultations to spot-on completion, plus financing options to make it simple. Customers love them, raving about the friendly crew and attention to every detail. Ready to gather in your dream home? Call Gather & Co. today, 254-759-1147 for a no-obligation quote. Visit GatherCoRemodeling.com. Your remodel starts here.
Hi, I'm Mike Foley with Drinking with the Saints. Today we're going to show you how to make a chocolate Valentine for your sweetheart on St. Valentine's Day. You'll need a few ingredients. The recipe calls for vanilla vodka, dark creme de cow, a splash of cream, some cherry juice, and soda water. Let's start with vodka. I don't have any vanilla vodka on me right now, so I'm using Tito's, which is a wonderful plain vodka. And here's how you can cheat. You can add just a dash of vanilla extract to plain vodka in order to have the desired effect. Now the recipe calls for 3/4 of an ounce of vodka. I'm going to double that because I am making 2 cocktails, one for myself and one for my Valentine. So we're going to start with a shot of vodka. You also need to add a 3/4 of an ounce, or doubling the recipe, so 1.5 ounces of dark creme de cow. I'll let you in on a little secret. Creme de cacao, comes in either light or dark, and you can use either because the taste is exactly the same. The color is only for aesthetic reasons, but because we're going for a chocolate look today, we're going to go with the dark as the recipe calls for, and so we're going to add 1 shot. The recipe also calls for 1/2 ounce of cherry juice. That means we'll be doubling it. One secret I am happy to share with you is if you want a truly fantastic cocktail cherry, try the Amareno cherries. These are absolutely magnificent. We have to buy them on Amazon. We can't get them at our local store or liquor store, but maybe you can do better. They're only grown in a certain part of Italy, and they're utterly fantastic. We're just making 2 tablespoons into here. And then the last part is splash of cream. I'm just going to use 1/2 and 1/2. 1 splash, 2 splash, and a splash of soda water. 1, 2. We're going to add our ice. We're going to shake 40 times, which is a penitential biblical number for pious drinking. Yes, that was exactly 40. And the pour. Strain. Look at that chocolatey color. It's magnificent. And now I would ask the love of my life, Mrs. Foley, to come and tell me what she thinks.
Thanks.
Happy Valentine's, my love.
Happy Valentine's.
It's very sweet. I mean, it can almost function as a dessert on its own, and it would pair well with a number of good chocolatey desserts for Valentine's Day.
I'd have this any day.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your health and holiness.
You make it look so easy. You do it all with a smile. Don't have to tell me you're leaving. You know that I don't mind. Sunlight through that window. Your teeth are red from the wine. Swore I'd never be here. That it was so hard to find. And I used to think that angels were so hard to believe. And I never saw it coming, but it's looking right at me with those eyes. Just stick around for a while. a ticket out on a one-way plane. Won't you take me somewhere where they know your face? 'Cause you make it better and you understand. And I spend all my days just being your man. And I used to think that angels were so hard to believe, and I never saw it coming, but it's looking right at me with those eyes. Just stick around for a while. And I never thought I'd fall, but I just might. So won't you just stick around for a while? Won't you just stick around for a while? Whoa, just stick around for a while.
Natural Cycles identifies your fertile window by analyzing changes in your temperature. Just measure in the morning, add your temperature into the app, then learn which days you can and cannot get pregnant. It's that easy. Learn more at naturalcycles.com.
It's the Restore Clarity Focus Patch, my little secret weapon for staying sharp, focused, and on task. Each box comes with simple instructions inside, so you always know exactly how to apply it. Each patch lasts for 3 days. I love that I can wear it all day.
BadCreditLoans.com is a pioneering service provider that has carved a reputation in the financial industry. Simple, fast, and reliable loan application process. And its commitment to responsible borrowing makes it a trusted partner in the journey towards financial stability.
Experience the perfect blend of exquisite craftsmanship and life-changing technology with Gevi. Every product is built with precision, featuring specialized parts that ensure durability, efficiency, and safety. Upgrade your everyday with Gevi. Visit us at gevi.com to discover more.
I bummed a light as the rain came down. You said you'd give anything to get out of this town. Something about living more free. Said you'd make a man out of me. You made a man out of me. Something so wrong never felt so right. Watching your skin glow underneath that moonlight. Yeah, I still go back there now and then. Yeah, when we were just kids. When I think about those days, I thought they'd last forever. Sunshine to freckle your face, how could I not remember? Sometimes I still see your silhouette, dark the flame of my door. Did you get what you wanted yet? As for me, I'm not sure. You know I'll never be sure. Something so wrong never felt so right. Watching your skin glow underneath that moonlight. Yeah, I still go back there now and then. Yeah, when we were just kids. something so wrong. I never felt so right. Watching your skin glow underneath that moonlight. Yeah, I still go back there now and then. Yeah, yeah. We were just kids. Yeah, when we were just kids.
VivoSun's mission is to empower growers with stylish and effective products, making indoor growing accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Visit vivosun.com today and get started making growing plants and vegetables easy and automatic.
With Ease US, make studio quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects. Never been easier to create professional grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease US. Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
At Covers and All, we've revolutionized protective solutions with cutting-edge, customizable covers, tarps, and curtains. We deliver premier protection at affordable prices and express shipping. Visit coversandall.com today for the perfect fit, guaranteed to last.
Dive into adventure with scuba.com, your ultimate destination for top-tier scuba and snorkeling gear. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, trust scuba.com for the best in diving equipment and expert guidance. Explore now at scuba.com. That's SCUBA.com. Scuba.com. At Mitzi, we believe the right light can transform any space. Mitzi has the perfect design for you. Beautiful, well-made lighting without the high price tag. Discover your perfect light at Mitzi.com. That's MITZI.com. Mitzi.
Send money abroad in just a few steps with Remitly. Sign up with your email, enter an amount, choose how your loved ones receive the money, enter your recipient's information, select a payment method, hit send, and relax. Download the Remitly app today.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farm, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
Get paid faster with Bill, the easiest way to send, receive, and manage your payments. No more delays, no more hassle. Whether you're a freelancer or a business, Bill makes payments seamless and secure, simple, fast, and reliable. Sign up today at Bill.com. With a focus on performance, design, and customer service, we're here to help you work smarter, not harder. Join us on our journey to simplify your world. Visit acasis.com today. That's ACASIS.com today.
VivoSun's mission is to empower growers with stylish and effective products, making indoor growing accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Visit vivosun.com today and get started making growing plants and vegetables easy and automatic.